I have roasted and toasted a lot of bad drivers in court. Sanctus Spiritus Christus. Do I follow the rules on the roads? Yes, I do. It's very important I follow those rules because having trained as a private pilot in Houston, flying light aircraft in controlled airspace, you need to follow the rules or else you are toast. You know you could get 3 points and a £120 fine just using your mobile phone. People ask me, you're not a cop. Why should you tell people what to do? They're correct. But sometimes it's better to tell people or advise them, look, what you've done is wrong and it could compromise my safety and your safety. Please drive carefully. Don't cut too close to me. Don't cut me up. Don't tailgate me. You know, these are things I worry about. I have what you call the red card, and that's that. Sanctus Spiritus Christus. You know, red card, get off the tarmac. You know, if you cut me up, I don't swear at you, I use a red card. It's a global sign saying you fouled. You fouled, get off the road, behave yourself. Now people ask me, do I have a yellow card? Yellow card doesn't work on the roads, straight red. Definitely straight red.
It's nice to meet you.
Darling, how are you?
Good, thank you.
All good. Never leave home without the Droid cams or action cameras. I have a total of 11 Droid cams, but I've reduced that to using only 4, by clever techniques of placing cameras in certain areas to cover 360 degrees. In the past, with 11 cameras, I used to consume 4 terabytes of data every month. I love your helmet. Can we swap? As a result of these cameras, I have roasted and toasted a lot of bad drivers in court. And a lot of them know me, and when they see me on the road, some who have busted in the past, I've actually said, oh, you know what, you were right, I'm sorry. Thank you for what you've told me. I have children as well. When did I first start using horns? Let me think. But I was in the countryside at the time. I'll say maybe 7 years ago. The first time I was hit, shouting couldn't help me because I quickly ran out of breath. My bicycle bells didn't work. The car driver would not hear you. So I started to think, why don't I have a little horn, at least to sound like a car, to warn other drivers? So I messed around, asked some questions, and then I bought a horn from a shop, a very small disc horn, and then put it together with a battery, 12-volt battery, and I went on the roads. The moment I pressed the horn, a car stops. And that's when I said, right, I might as well start developing more powerful horns. Because I had one of those little scooter, moped horns for small motorcycles, yes. I created a powerful horn called the Droid horn. And the Droid horn is a small truck horn that blasts at least 150 decibels when fully charged. Thank you. Now, I'll tell you one little story. The first time I used the horn on the road, I was coming to a roundabout. I had a right of way to transition and a car was coming. And when I pressed the horn, the car driver stopped and then was like looking around, and there I was. I say, yeah, that's me. Watch out. So if they don't see you, they will hear you and see you through their ears rather than their eyes. The fact that the cyclist uses the horn kind of displaces the idea that only cars use a horn. They expect cyclists to have bicycle bells, ride by the curb, like little kids, with outriggers on their bicycle. No, the moment you have a horn, you have gone through the rites of passage to being an official road user. You're on the same par as a driver. You feel confident using a horn. Without that, you feel vulnerable. Barbecue time. Safety is crucial to cyclists. We're very vulnerable people. I had broken ribs, cuts on my back, traumatic hip. The moment I press the horn, a car stops. So if they don't see you, they will hear you and see you through their ears rather than their eyes. If you come to my home, I have a library of, external data, stacks on my wall, on my shelf, with all the last 5 years of cycling. Then I used to put a camera on my chest there, or my front chest, my helmet, and the God count. So I was like a moving radio station or TV station, mobile ITN device,